So let's take a look at the internals first to see how deep this is gonna go. Okay, so this is actually doing a head and shoulders. You, just in case this is true and happens, there's an internal one right here and an internal two, and that is now your wave 3. Okay, we could project it and see if we're gonna get that 103 or 1.03. so that is a projection right from level 2 all the way down to level 3. Now we all know how to do these projections, yes. So I would only be interested in knowing if we're gonna get the projection, because we want to accumulate at that and then hold it for a confirmation, for trigger confirmation. We've already done the risk management or the level management that we're gonna do, and below that 103 we're only looking at 0.98, so the difference is really very little. So this is now the current growth wave down in the market. There is a neckline, of course. I could raise this line, but I don't want to, because this is the 103 line where we expect the market to run down to next time. We know there's an internal one here and an internal two because of this bounce, oversold, sorry. That's a degree 2, this is that degree 3. It still has room to run. So this is the 1, 2, this is 3, 4. We should not rise above this unless it is an ABC formation. If we don't rise above this, we're going to project all the way to 100% is 1.0289, and 161 already has been seen, 1.0488. So we're looking at 1.03. We think this is going to be 4C. Okay, we think it is the right level to be at this time, because at that point, of course, you are going to be seeing an inverted double head. You can see that the 1 hour momentum is already, so allow us now to take off the fibs. I don't think we need them. The 1 hour momentum is already contained at oversold levels. This is 1 hour momentum contained at oversold levels. We already had a cycle extreme. We know the importance of cycle extremes on 15-minute chart. Cycle extreme on the 1 hour chart is a very important development. Once we begin to get positive momentum on the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes, this is the end of the correction because of that cycle extreme here. Okay, so this did a 3, it did a 4. This is finally your final leg 5 that we just checked on the 15-minute chart. Everything grows, so even if it is just that leg C down, okay, so there's a 1, 2, there's a 3, 4, there's a 5. That's 4B, there's a 1, 2 again here. There's one internal 1, internal 2, internal 3, internal 4, higher degree 5, A, B, C, 4. This is your growth wave. We just projected down, and we did. And that is the end of the move. So there's no need now to get impatient or consider to change bias or consider to short or consider to close out on longs if we are holding actually longs, because we are really at now very close to the very bottom of the market. So we've just been here, yes. Now we understand the whole correction right from the top. There is a 1, 2 again here. The important point is this point. There's an internal 1, internal 2, there's a neckline. So this is doing now a 3. It may just finish and terminate. It may do a 5. It will do 1.03. It's a buy without even confirmation. Now this is the end of it. If it's not the end of it, there will be a bounce and the market will fall below that, but we'll have time to have a stop at entry, so we will be protected. But if we get this level 1.03, I believe that is the end of that move, that correction, sorry. We know now, of course, we know the potential of the move. It would be the end of the correction. It's going to be an inverted double head. That's the shoulder. Once we take that neckline, you're going to be seeing positive momentum. Degree 3 on the 5 minutes, degree 1 on the 15 minutes. You have a confirmation. We take this to 1.34 and 1.35. We know now why we would go these ways. Okay, so on that forward chart, we just remind ourselves of the technical picture. Why are we buying this 1.03? We're here. If this gives way, 1.03 gives way, it's 98. I don't believe we will fall below that. From our own internal segregations, this has been very, very, very really accurately segregated. Projections are 103, 98. If we're correct, we miss 103 or the market breaks lower, it's going to be 98. You're seeing, of course, a complete inverted head and shoulders. Buying 103, buying 98 doesn't make much difference. The next swing up okay, is going to be wave 5. You have either wave 3 here. All right, of course, at that point, what you're actually seeing is that if we bounce out of this at 97 or 103, this is a 1 2, that is actually a 3, this is a 4, this is a 5, there was a B, an A and a B and a C. Okay, so this is complete higher degree 1. Next leg up is going to be higher degree that was a complete higher degree 2. Next leg up is a higher degree 3 into wave 5, because there was already, I believe, market topped out into a wave 3 here. That high degree into wave 5 technically should take you to 154, 127.2% above the cycle top. The fundamentals are not very strong to take you to 154, but I believe the bounce is strong enough to take you at least to 50% of the cycle, 1.17, 118, and to the neckline you could take profits at 134. There's going to be then a lot of congestion at the neckline. That would still be first leg 1 into 3. Remember, this was a 2. We're breaking out into wave 3, very strong wave. It would do wave 1 all the way to the neckline, consolidate at and below the neckline, and then when the fundamentals are right, take you all the way to 151, 154, 160. Ripple in particular, apart from all the asset class of cryptocurrencies, we were considering that Bitcoin and Ethereum could do a lengthy correction so long as gold is going up, because it's an alternative asset class to gold. If you're putting money in gold, you're taking it out of Bitcoin, usually. Ripple is different. Ripple is actually an applicative or a crypto issue with an application, very strong application in the banking sector, and it has a very strong litigation case. Projections for Ripple, we were looking into this earlier. There's going to be a car actually plant, a massive car plant factory in Africa, financed by India, and payments are going to be all cryptos, because African countries are not very fluent in cash, really. And so all payments will have to be already made in online, digitally, using a crypto assets. They have chosen Ripple. I've been reading the projections and resources on Ripple that it is going to $30. Okay, so I don't really know, but it has good potential, and there is that litigation case that we have to look at the SEC. We could have any good news on that litigation case, even they don't have to conclude the case, and fundamentally speaking, we're off out of these market bottoms. Remember that the market buys the rumor and not the fact. So just the rumor that there is a litigation case and it could break out favorably in the favor of Ripple is a rumor that will drive price up or keeps pressuring price to move higher.